In this video we are reviewing the acrylic markers from Resin. I got them as a gift and I'm very happy that they have finally arrived and I can start the review. As you can see, the set has 72 colors. The markers have a brush tip and they should be juicy and vibrant colors. So let's see if this is true. Here on the back side you will see all the colors that are inside in the set. I'm very curious how they look in real on paper and after they have dried, because there will be always a change of color. And I'm also looking forward to the green tones because I have other types of acrylic markers here and it's very difficult to have different kinds of green colors that are not as similar. So I'm very looking forward to see how they will turn out in the illustration. So let's open it up. So you will also get a swatching sheet. I'm very happy to have one because I have other acrylic markers. I have a few collection of acrylic markers from different brands and some of them you will not get a color swatching sheet. I think it's very handy to have a pre-prepared one so you don't waste that much of time to write down all the names or numbers of the colors. So it's very handy to have a prepared color swatching sheet and also to have them laying around on the side of your sketchbook or your canvas and to see how the real color will look like when you are coloring. So let's start color swatching. I actually wanted to do the color swatching, but I realized that the colors are not sorted. You have here the numbers and here the corresponding numbers as well, but they are not sorted out, so they are in a random order and also you have to put them out the box and then you have to look up and start sorting beforehand. So this is one of the things that I would love in the future if that will be changed. Maybe the reason behind it is that this way it's more convenient and cheaper to produce when they are only laying inside of the box randomly without a divider. I will show you an example what I'm trying right now to explain. So I have here a different acrylic marker brand and it has, I think, 36 colors, so it's a little bit smaller compared to from the Resin, but I really find it handy that it comes in this way. So you have very clean and organized the acrylic markers laying inside of the box and also organized with the right order of numbers. Sometimes it's very important to save some time when you are illustrating because you have some deadlines, and I really found it convenient to have the acrylic markers or art supplies in general laying around in this way, and you don't need to look up the right colors here in the box and have to take them out each individual and to see which is the right color that you want. So maybe in the future they could change it. Maybe this would be very nice, but let's see how the pens are. So by the way, this video is not sponsored by Resin, but I have an affiliate link where I will get some commission if you have purchased a set from them or other stuff from Resin, so check it out. And yes, I'm finished finally sorting out the markers in the right order. It took a while. I think I started 20 minutes ago, so yes, it was a long time and now I can start swatching finally. So here's the finished swatching sheet. I'm very surprised that we also got some neon colors, like here the green, the yellow, the orange, and here another type of orange and a pink one. I really like it, but keep in mind when you are doing a traditional art piece with this type of neon color and then later you will scan it to make some art prints, it's very difficult to capture this type of vibrance in a scan. So later you have to make some retouches to achieve this type of vibrant color for your art print. But yes, I'm very happy so far with the color selection. I think maybe a few more yellow colors, pastel yellow will be nice to have. And yes, I I think actually a good selection for starting out with acrylic markers. If you are new to them, you have a very great variety of colors from deep blue, some greens, orange, yellow, red, pink, purple, brown, and also some gray tones, black and white. Actually, I was also a little bit confused while swatching the color sheet, because here on the printed colors, it's very different to the real colors. For example, you have here this type of brown, dark brown color, but in the real color is almost black color. And also here I thought it will be like a very dark green, like a moss green, but it is more like a turquoise color, more blue greenish, so it's a little bit different. So don't trust the printed colors, always trust your color swatching sheet, always keep it on the side when you are drawing. So this is a very important note that I learned from using acrylic markers, I think around now 2 years. And let's start drawing with them. So I'm using these colors for the watermelon. I always do on Patreon a post with the final illustration together with the color numbers or the art supplies that I'm using, so you can have a look through all the art supplies that I'm using, and maybe you want to recreate with this color palette also your own illustration. So feel free to check out my Patreon. I always post there the illustration with the color palette. Also, I will link the art supplies there as well, so you have a very easy find and can start then creating soon. Here's some pinks for the cheeks of the fairy guinea pig, and maybe also the inside, the flesh of the watermelon. I will see if I want to combine the red and the pinks together. Then for the body of the fairy guinea pig, some brown tones, some very light one, and then going also to dark, and the darkest brown color will be for the eyes and also the seeds of the watermelon. And of course different shades of green for the outside and also the stem and the leaves of the watermelon. So these are the colors that I want to use for this illustration. It seems like a lot. Actually, I only need a few colors of them to create this illustration, but now I have a very great variety of colors here laying around, so I want to use the opportunity to pick up as many colors that I want to use for this illustration. But yes, I am very happy that right now I have that many colors. In the past, I only had a few colors from acrylic markers, so sometimes I had to think out of the box when I'm coloring and to find the right value only with using a few colors. But now I can play around with the colors, so let's start. I also have here a second piece of paper. I have already used it for another illustration. I used it here on my side to swatch very quickly the colors. Sometimes I'm also mixing the colors together, and then the tip will get a little bit dirty, so I can draw here on the paper and clean up the brush, and then I can move on again to fill out the spaces. But yes, it's very handy to have a different paper sheet here laying around for swatching and scribbling the colors. And also one thing that I want to say that you have to keep in mind is that the colors can be very different compared to the swatching sheet. Here in the swatching sheet, the paper is very white, so the colors are much more lighter compared to here to my sketchbook. It has a very slightly yellowish tint to it. I really prefer to have this type of paper instead of this one because it looks more warmer, but you can see the difference here. For the first layer of color, for the base color of the guinea pig, I was using the color 466 and look the difference. It's really extreme to see this difference. Here it is much more lighter and then here really dark. And then the second color for creating some shadow areas, I was using 750 and it's also much more darker here on the yellow paper. So I would recommend, if you want to make a second swatching sheet with a paper that you are using for your illustration, but I'm too lazy and I know that sometimes the colors can change, so I don't worry that much about it. But if you are new to acrylic markers, then maybe this will be a very great tip for you, so you are not wondering that much when you are drawing. So now it's only the time to enjoy the drawing process after I have explained to you the first insights about the acrylic marker set from Let's Resin, about the package and how they are stored and organized. Now I want to tell you more about the first experience drawing with them in my sketchbook, how I like them, or did I find some aspects that I didn't like. First of all, you can see that I blended some colors together, like the white and the pink color on the flesh of the watermelon. And as you can see, it is very easy to blend them, but they need to be still a little bit wet so you can blend it together. I didn't use any brush or a Q-tip or my finger to blend them together because the illustration is very tiny and small. So I only used the tip of the brush nib of this pen and it was very easy to blend them together. After that I had to clean up the tip of the brush with paper that I had on the side, but after that it was ready to use again for other spaces of this illustration for the coloration. So I really enjoyed the possibility to blend it together with the brush nib. I can totally recommend you to trying out for the next time to blend the acrylic markers together. It can be a little bit intimidating at the first time because maybe you are unsure how to blend them, but try it out on a separate paper and with it you can open up new possibilities how you can color up your illustration with acrylic markers. Sometimes when I was starting out with acrylic markers, I thought that I couldn't blend them together, that I was only limited with the colors that I have in one set, but you can blend them like normal paint. You can also use a ceramic palette on this side where you can blend them together with a brush and a little bit of water. This is one of the techniques that I want to show you in one of my next videos. I'm still working on like a comparison video with all the acrylic markers that I have, and also a tutorial how to draw with acrylic markers, showing you different techniques and style how you can use them. So stay tuned. I promise this video will come, but I still need some time to record and editing all the footage and also to do some other projects for my small business. So it takes time, but it will come in the future, maybe in the beginning of the next year. The paint of the acrylic markers from Let's Resin are very vibrant and also opaque. I was so surprised mostly about the white paint of the acrylic marker set, because in my experience with other brands, the white one always tend to be more liquid, so that means that I need to layer them a few times to have a very opaque surface and to be able to covering up the color underneath with the white paint. But with the acrylic marker from Resin, the white one, I think I only needed one layer. Sometimes when the color underneath was very dark, I needed a second one. Yes, I was very surprised about the quality and the opaqueness of the white marker. I experienced this opaqueness only with the acrylic markers from Posca, the white one. I always use the Posca marker for adding highlights, but this time I didn't need it, and I was very surprised about it to find finally another acrylic marker brand with a very opaque white. One thing that I want to mention, I don't know if I was unlucky with the set that I got. Some of the pens were a little bit dry. I don't know, maybe they were old. They're still usable. I still draw with them, but I don't think they will last that long. But I think there were only 2 pens that they were a little bit dry. And as I said, I was very happy with the wide range of colors. You will get 72 colors for a very affordable price, in my opinion. It's very difficult to find an acrylic marker set with that many colors. Mostly you will find a set with 36 or 48 colors, and also it is difficult to find a set like the Resin with that many paint markers with a good quality and that isn't overpriced. So I think it's a very great deal to try out the Resin markers when you are looking for an acrylic marker set for starting out. I think you will get a very good range of colors, and with them you can learn how to draw with them, practice, and get used to the characteristics of acrylic marker paints. So I think it's a very great base for beginners, and then you can explore other brands or type of acrylic markers, other brush types. There are also more bigger and smaller brush tips, they are a little bit more stiff and so on. There are so many different kinds of acrylic markers that you can try out, but for starting out I think it's very perfect. And yes, I think this is all what I have to say about this video. I hope you like it, and if this is the case, don't forget to subscribe, push the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos. Maybe also to leave a comment. I always love to read your comments. And until the next video, stay creative and bye bye.